Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches, episode 43. Ooh. So, we've been very excited for months and months and months.
Patiently waiting.
For tonight's episode, which is The Longest Ride. Oh my god. So, The Longest Ride is the new Nicolas Sparks movie.
Yep. Yes, it is.
And I don't know, we're really just drawn to these movies like moths to a flame. It's like...
I can't get enough.
They're
terrible, but I can't get enough.
I can't get enough. So about two-thirds, maybe like halfway to two-thirds through this movie, I was like, I love this movie. I can't wait to watch this movie again. And then about an hour and 55 minutes later, by the end of the movie...
Right.
I was like, eh.
Yeah. Well, it's two different movies. Basically, Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son, and Britt Robertson, who's the girl, fall in love. Yep. He's a bull rider. Yep. She's into art. Yeah. And she's poor. Yeah. That's about all we know about her. Yep. And that's their entire plot. Nothing else happens.
Yeah, well, the conflict within their plot is that she's supposed to move to New York to, like, you know, be a gallery intern and, like, have a New York art life.
If I was more into them, I would have cared. Yeah. They didn't have a bunch of chemistry.
Not really.
Because he kind of sucks. It's unfortunate. Like, he doesn't have charisma.
Yeah, he's just lacking that thing that really draws you in. And
which is, like I said, it's a shame because he looks like a movie star. Yes. Or, you know, for the most part. Like,
yeah, he looks like a heartthrob.
Like, there was some angles where I was like, he kind of looks like Michael Fassbender.
Yes. There's some scenes where he's really hot. You're like, yeah, cowboy, get it. As one of the sorority girls goes, I want a cowboy!
I want a cowboy! Oh my god, the sorority sisters in this movie.
Like, the beginning of this movie was really fun and ridiculous.
Yes, it was very fun, and then it just got real bogged down.
It just really, like, trudging through mud.
I want her sorority sister to be the star of the movie.
Her sorority sister was crazy.
She was just man crazy.
Man crazy.
I want some hot cowboys. I want a cowboy.
And then, like, she was trying to convince the main girl to, like, call him back. Yeah. And she's like, are you crazy? Those shoulders. His eyes. And you're like, really? That's what you wanted to pick to... What?
Well, she couldn't say that ass.
Well, no, she certainly could not. That would be a lie. No butt at all.
They could not find jeans that fit him.
No, which was a bummer. Yeah. It's like, come on. Like, that's part of, like...
That's the reason people are seeing this movie. A lot of the reason.
A lot of the reason. And, like, that's part of the hottest part of a cowboy is, like, the tight jeans. Yeah. And you gotta get the tight jeans.
Like droopy drawers. I was like, what's going on?
Why do you have a saggy butt? No. I don't know, even like the sex scenes were weird.
You mean the sex scene in the shower through different colored panes of glass?
Well, that was just obnoxious.
That was so weird.
And did they have sex in the shower?
They certainly made out and then made out on the other wall and then made out on the other wall.
I was like confused, like they were bouncing back and forth. That's the other thing. The sex scenes weren't earned. No. I wasn't like, yes, they're finally doing it. It was like, okay.
So she goes behind like a room divider to change her clothes, but doesn't close it all the way. And then he looks over there and is like, oh, and then she's like, as if she didn't leave the door halfway open on purpose so he could see her changing. And then she's like, wait, I like it. And then she just takes all her clothes off. And you're like, what's going on? What exactly is happening here? It was long and it felt long.
It was 2 hours and 15 minutes and it should have been...
2 hours and 19 minutes.
19 minutes? Oh my god. It should have been an hour and 55. I would have given that.
It could have been 90 and I would have been fine with it.
It's like true.
It's because there was 2 movies.
There really were.
So the other movie is...
Oh, right. So the other movie is the biggest problem with this movie.
Yes. It's a Notebook-esque past and present flashbacks with Alan Alda is speaking to them now, remembering his wife from the 40s. Yep. But on some planet, we're supposed to believe that Alan Alda and this actor, Jack Houston, look in any way alike.
In any way.
They don't even have the same accent.
No.
Like, it's bad.
It's really bad. I mean, okay, first of all, he looks Mediterranean.
But he's supposed to play a 1940s
North Carolinian?
North Carolinian Jew.
Which, first of all, not sure that existed.
Not a lot.
I mean, right there's like this whole Jewish community in North Carolina in 1940. Oh, not sure that really was a thing.
So the girl who plays his wife, who throughout the movie just looks anything but Jewish. And
anything but Viennese.
Right, yes.
Like, she is not Austrian.
She's not Austrian.
What?
She looks Puerto Rican.
Yes. And she is Spanish.
But she's speaking with a weird Viennese accent. Everyone's accents are so weird. So it was like all the time that would have been spent developing the present day stuff is spent in the 40s. Like, it should have just been very quick, snippy flashbacks that were montaged with stuff the present day people were also doing. Yeah. It really made me want to rewatch. There's this movie from the 90s called 8 Seconds with Luke Perry.
Oh.
Where he's Bull Rider. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
I didn't realize that was like a thing. Is it really just they have to make it to 8 seconds?
Yeah. And
so then it's never really the longest ride. It's just 8 seconds is as long as it gets.
Andrew, the longest ride.
Oh, I know.
Is life.
Oh. So, okay. So then the other sub story here.
Oh, right.
Was that young Alan Alda goes to war.
Young Alan Alda, who is of a completely different genetic makeup
than old Alan Alda,
and has a 1930s haircut in the 40s, and mysteriously fights in World War I, even though it's World War II.
That's right. He's in a trench.
He's in a trench. There's barbed wire. There's a no man's land. Like, there might as well have been mustard gas. Like, it was World War I. It was so confusing.
So confusing. And then he goes to save somebody.
Right.
And gets shot.
I thought he got shot in the dick. And I was really excited that was going to be the twist. That, like, he literally got shot in the dick. And now can't have children. Unfortunately, he just gets he gets a fever.
Right, an infection.
And it sterilizes him.
It needed more tragedy. Come on, it's a Nicolas Sparks movie. The fun part about seeing a Nicolas Sparks movie is always trying to guess what crazy random way tragedy is going to befall.
Yes.
And it never happened in this.
No.
And so the whole time I'm like, oh, that didn't happen? So something even crazier is going to happen.
Yeah, there was this like build of like, what? Like, at this point, aliens are going to invade and blow up North Carolina.
Yeah.
And, like, yes!
There's got to be something crazy that happened. But no, nothing, never, no.
This would be a time to introduce our longest ride drinking game.
Yes!
If you bother to see this long movie.
So,
I would say...
anytime someone peels off someone else's clothing, drink.
Drink. Anytime you think you see Scott Eastwood almost looking at the camera, drink.
Oh my gosh. Anytime you think that he's gonna get stompled by a bull.
Stompled?
Whatever. It's a word.
It's a word.
Trampled and stomped on.
Yep.
Duh.
Duh. Drink. Anytime that you have inconsistencies with the timeline or plot or era that the movie is occurring in, drink.
Anytime, well, let's just say drink because Alan Alda and his young counterpart are not of the same ethnicity.
Sure, sure. Drink anytime the main star of a scene is a cowboy hat.
If it had been half an hour to 45 minutes shorter.
Yes.
And if their chemistry had been better.
Yeah.
This would have been like an A movie.
It would have been great.
Yeah. Instead, it's like a C+, B- because after an hour, I was like, no, I'm over this.
So, maybe see it?
Watch it at home and play a drinking game. We gave you the rules.
Yes, that's true. Cheers.
Cheers.